Are you super inconsistent? Do you still whiff easy shots? You often win and you need to drop 30 kills to win, but then you queue up again with a lot of confidence, but you get stomped and you had like 10 kills. You might even aim train, you play 20 death matches, you do range drills, you might even go into customs, but you still feel like you're not getting better. A lot of people would say it's useless to do all of that it does nothing, that when it does nothing, you should just play more rank, work on your game sense,
One shot.
and at some point, you'll get there. Today, let's debunk that theory and find out why are you so inconsistent and why are you not getting better. In Valorant, much of your success comes from what happens before the fight even starts. Before you engage, your brain is already working to predict and visualize the fight, where your enemy might be, how they might move, and how you will respond. This process is like a mental reflex, a pre-fight rehearsal we could call it. Think of it this way, your brain has to see and understand the situation before your body can react effectively. This mental step is essential. Without it, you're relying on pure reflex and reaction time without any context. This is extremely risky and unreliable. You might be expecting your hand and aim to do all the work, but aiming effectively requires anticipation and interpretation. Let me show you why aiming without this mental preparation won't work. So first we have prediction and preparation. By visualizing the situation beforehand, you're setting up your brain up to react faster and you're going to be precise. This mental reflex gives you a plan for your movements and aim. With this prediction and preparation, the coordination is absolute. Your hand isn't going to magically know where the enemy will be or how to track them. The brain's role is to interpret incoming information and send precise instructions to your hand based on the situation. Without the brain's prediction and decision making, your hand is essentially shooting in the dark. Now take a note from Fluorescent. When there's a jet smoke, and since there's a jet smoke, Fluorescent anticipates the enemy to dash into it. If you're an average gold and you don't think about the smoke being a possibility of someone dashing into it, your reaction would be delayed and there's a big chance you won't hit this shot. Think of it this way, your brain has to see it and understand before anything else can happen. That's the most reliable way to play Valorant. A great player like Messi in football doesn't really just react to the ball. When he's on the game, he's constantly scanning the positions of defenders, teammates, and empty spaces. He creates a mental map, that visualization that we would use in Valorant, and this enables him to anticipate how each player's movements will move over time. This awareness helps him spot opportunities before it even happens. He knows where gaps will open, when a defender will leave space, or when a teammate is positioned to receive a pass. It's more than observation, it's imagination/visualization. It's a mental stimulation, giving him an edge for split-second decisions. Rather than expecting your aim and your reflexes to carry you, focus on training this visualization and this mental reflex to guide your aim and make it extremely sharp. With visualization, you can know exactly where the opponent will be. Therefore, you can exactly pre-aim or hold there. Opting to choose your aim less and using in-game fundamentals like pre-aim and crosshair placement will make the game easier and more consistent. There's some common patterns I will teach you guys to learn how to visualize. Visualizing how an enemy might move or where they might be on the map comes a lot with experience. Here are a few cues you can use, alright? It can tell you with sound if an enemy is either gonna wide swing you or continue his velocity and swing you as fast as possible. Or if the sound cuts off, you sort of know they're gonna sort of walk towards you or close swing you. If they're in a rush, they'll chase to the angle where they can see you best. They won't stand still. If they're calm and collected and they have no reason to ever rush you, with visualization and awareness, you'll have better crosshair placement and pre-aim, creating easier shots consistently. This is what the pros do. Now let's say you're aware of what's going to happen in front of you. You need to know the type of shots you're trying to hit. It could be a large flick, a micro adjustment, or just tracking. In your ranked games, it's very important to choose shots you can connect confidently. Knowing the type of shots you can take will make you a better player. If you're not confident in holding against 5 people or swinging 5 people, you can opt for off timings, playing off angles, or holding instead of swinging. There's a lot of things you can choose in your head once you're aware of the possibilities. If you swing, there's a big chance you'll need to flick. If you hold, you can instead track the person. This is dependent on what you're good at. This awareness of knowing which shot will happen based on your play makes a huge difference. You'll always be able to choose the gunfights you can win because you know exactly where everyone is, you know exactly where they will be positioned in the angle you're about to swing or hold, so you know the shot you're trying to take. Now let's go over the last part, where we need to hit the shot. Let's call it the reaction theory. This is where you should not think much since you've already chosen to commit fully to the fight and have doubtless aim. But how do we get this confidence in our shots? You need to understand that if you can't visualize the situation and have perfect awareness, it's like knowing exactly what's going to happen. It's like getting all the answers correct on the math test and you even proved it and it's still correct. It's impossible to be incorrect in the visualization. Now, the only thing you need to do is have full confidence that you can hit the shot that you chose to take. And to get this confidence, you gotta train under pressure. So this is where you could use aim training or DM. Let's talk about aim training first. You want to train in a pressure environment where there's no time to slow down your aim. So the stress you feel when you're swinging 5 people, you feel like, oh shit, I don't have time to aim. So these scenarios should make you have no time to slow down and miss. The moment you miss, you get a negative score or you die. This whole amount of pressure will train you to gain confidence and stay calm at all times. In DM, what it could be is just 1 bullet per person or like 2 bullets max. Is limiting our options and creating difficulty so that we have pressure onto us. Once you get the hang of it, you'll build a doubtless aim. Of course, there is more to all of this, but this is just to talk to you guys about the misconception that our aim is the issue. Most of the time, our aim cannot catch up to our lack of awareness, causing us to miss easy shots, and we eventually lose our mental. This whole cycle of blame is what causes our inconsistency. That's it, everyone. Focus on finding what's holding you back the most. Is it your awareness or your shots? If it's your awareness, start VOD reviewing. Think about the fights. Remember your fights. Remember the logic, the tendencies, everything. If it's your shots, isolate them and practice them in the correct environment. I hope this video really changed your perspective on the game and that you put the right focus on the right priorities. If you make progress after this, please come back and share it in the comments. Like and subscribe if you want more content like this. Bye bye.